myself and the interest of participating at this meeting. Raymond, go ahead, please. How are you? Bueno,
yeah, good afternoon.
We cannot see you, Raymond. Can you put your video, please?
All right. Are you getting me? Are you seeing me now?
We are getting you now. Good. Go ahead.
All right. I'm Raymond Hidwangiba from Sierra Leone. I'm the country director for Global South Extreme Heats.
Nice to hear you. Welcome, Raymond. Can you introduce yourself, Mohamed Kaba, please, from Sierra Leone?
Good afternoon. I'm Mohamed Kaba from Sierra Leone, the Kalene district, the livestock officer.
Many thanks, Mohamed. Bueno, se han introducido hasta ahora, presentado el amigo Raymond from Sierra Leona, quien es el director de País por Sierra Leona en el contexto del mes de acción ante el cambio climático. También se ha presentado Mohamed Kaba de Sierra Leona, un oficial ambiental allí de Sierra Leona. Y también ahora quiero invitar que se presente el amigo Raúl Rojas. Raúl, ¿te puede presentar, por favor? Many thanks, Raúl. Gracias, Raúl, por la presentación. I'd like to invite now to Sheila Casimir. Can you introduce yourself, Sheila, so we know who you are? Can you have a video, please? Hello.
Thank you so much, Doctor, and the team. Good afternoon from Uganda. My name is Sheila Casimir from Uganda, Africa. It's a pleasure joining you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sheila. Nice to hear and see you. It's an honor to work with him. Sheila Casimir desde Uganda. Es un placer estar con ustedes en esta reunión. I would like to invite to Sergio Lagos, please, to introduce yourself. Sergio, ¿te puedes presentar, por favor?
Hola, hola. Soy Sergio Lagos, de Chile. Voy a estar solo un ratito porque precisamente estoy en clases de inglés en este momento, ¿ya? Pero me uní igual para estar aquí con ustedes.
Okay, Sergio Lagos from Chile. I will be with you a few minutes because I'm very interested to be part of this initiating meeting. And I'm sorry, but next time I will be longer in the meetings. Hello, June. How are you? June Bartin. Can you introduce yourself, please? And you, what country are you coming from?
Yes, good morning. Today, I'm June Bartwin from Kenya. I'm from the rice business community, and I'm very happy today to be here with you people. I was confusing the time zones here and there, but finally I'm here. Thank you so much, Carlos.
Muchas gracias, Carlos, por tu introducción. Nos dice June desde Kenia, trabaja a nivel comunitario y la verdad es que está muy interesada en el objetivo de la reunión. Roger Maldonado, can you introduce yourself? ¿Te puedes presentar, Roger?
Bueno, queridos amigos, somos muy amigos con el doctor Carlos Ferreira, de acá de Córdoba, de Argentina, y yo soy profesor de las universidades y siempre lo acompaño a todas las actividades al doctor Carlos Ferreira. Ahora estoy por eso, un rato de estar.
Thanks very much. I am very interested in the activities of Dr. Carlos, and from Córdoba, Argentina. I am an academic working at the university here in the city of Córdoba. I don't know if there is one Mansour that has been introduced. Mansour Mohammed, can you introduce yourself, please, so we know who you are? Okay, well, él no contesta. Hello, can you introduce yourself, please, Mansour Mohammed?
Yeah, my name is Mansour Mohammed Kumara, Sierra Leone, livestock officer, Kwainadugu district, to be precise. Nice to meet you all, colleague.
Dice Mansour que él es de Sierra Leona y es de un distrito de esa nación africana y está muy interesado de estar con nosotros. Okay, nice to be accompanied by you at this meeting. I just will talk 10 minutes then to initiate a dialogue. The objective of this meeting is to invite people from the Global South to join us in the analysis of a real problem that today is taking place in the world, which is the role of extreme heat. When we talk about extreme heat is when we humans or animals or forests, vegetables are exposed to temperatures that actually make our lives abnormal. Voy a decirlo en español. Le agradezco mucho la participación en esta reunión. El objetivo de la misma es establecer una reunión inicial para analizar los problemas que surgen como consecuencia de la exposición humana, animal, vegetal al calor extremo. ¿Y qué es lo que deberíamos hacer en función de esta realidad? Particularmente también cuando, aparte de impactar sobre los seres humanos, los animales y la población vegetal, también el calor extremo afecta a las cuestiones vinculadas a la naturaleza, nuestra agua, nuestro suelo, nuestros aires y en general a la naturaleza. El calor es deleterio y produce muchos daños y pérdidas para la vida. We also look at the question of, extreme heat impacts not only in humans, animal life, or vegetable life, forest life, but also in the life of water, our soil, our air, and in general on the nature active, the nature capital is being very affected by temperatures, extreme temperatures. Y cuando hablamos de temperaturas extremas, me refiero a temperaturas que superan en el día y en la noche las temperaturas aceptables para la vida, que habitualmente se sitúan a la noche por encima de los 18 grados y durante el día por encima de los 30 grados. When I talk about extreme temperature, I'm talking about not only night temperatures or day temperatures, but rather the sustainability of these high temperatures. Temperatures at night over 18 degrees centigrade Celsius and during the day 30 degrees Celsius are really of negative impacts in general on life, and that produce a number of problems. And as you know, the planet is getting very warmer, and it will be warmer and warmer within the next 30 years. Science has established and politics have adopted at the Paris Agreement in 2015 that when we reach year 2050, the temperatures will increase on a minimum amount of 3.8 degrees centigrade if everything continues as it is today. And probably the temperature in certain areas of the world will reach over 7 degrees centigrade in year 2000. Y como ustedes saben, estas temperaturas van a ser sostenidas, crecientes y cada vez más impactantes. Y el Acuerdo de París ha establecido de que al año 2050 la temperatura extrema nos va a hacer llegar, si todo sigue como está hoy, a un crecimiento de temperatura de 3.8 grados centígrados Celsius. Y si realmente vemos otras partes del mundo, en las zonas más vulnerables, esa temperatura, ese creciente de temperatura puede llegar a ser de 7 grados. Es decir, que son aspectos de la temperatura por encima de las posibilidades de la vida. As you know, the Paris Agreement has established that these temperatures will increase and it will reach in 2050 a minimum of increasing of 3.8 Celsius centigrades. And in certain part of the world, particularly the global south country, this temperature could increase up to, in 2050, to 7 degrees centigrade, situation which is incompatible with life. Desde ese punto de vista, ya estamos viendo en el mundo, por la última década, crecientes temperaturas que los países ricos han sabido prepararse, entender la generación de respuestas concretas a través, por ejemplo, del aire acondicionado, a través de modificar las estructuras de funcionamiento en la sociedad y a través de la protección de sus ambientes naturales. Well, as you know, the temperature for the last 10 years has been increasing very seriously. We're reaching now probably a level of 1.8 degrees centigrade since 2015. And, you know, the richest country of the world, when we talk about the Northern Hemisphere and Australia in the Southern Hemisphere, they have been preparing themselves for the last 10 years. Today, you know, they have responses supported by the air conditioning equipment, which is very massive, but also in terms of modifying infrastructures in their countries, and also modifying technologies to resist the increasing heat. And also they are preparing their communities. Y también en el hemisferio norte se han preparado, están preparando a sus comunidades. Cada año que llega el calor, las comunidades ciudadanas, tanto en las zonas rurales como en las zonas urbanas, reciben capacitación, reciben alertas y reciben mecanismos de preparación ante calor extremo. Y bueno, también, you know, the northern countries have also prepared themselves and alert their communities every day in which extreme heat will be arriving, and not only preparing their community, but they also have established plan to confront every year the increase of temperatures. Y también lo hacen con planes para funcionar cada vez que hay una ola de calor y de cada día de la ola de calor. En cambio, en el hemisferio sur, on the contrary, in the southern hemisphere countries, the global south country, that situation hasn't arrived. The countries of the global south are not prepared to hit, are not prepared to confront the next 30 years, which will be devastating in terms of death and debts, you know, the generation of cost. Y sabemos que los próximos 30 años van a ser devastadores en términos de impacto sobre la vida, de impacto sobre los daños, sobre los costos. So, we need to prepare for the next 30 years. And as a matter of fact, in the global south, no one is talking about this problem of preparing for extreme heat. Y bueno, nos debemos preparar y lamentablemente en el Sur Global nadie está hablando de esta situación. Más allá de la ciencia, la política no está haciendo nada. Los sectores productivos, la industria no está haciendo nada. Y la población no sabe cómo gestionar el calor. En general, en los países del Sur Global no sabemos cómo gestionar el calor. In the global south, then, you know, communities are not prepared to face the increase in temperature. No one seems to know what to do at their homes, at their work, at their schools, how to confront, how to prevent these damages. So the reason of this meeting, of this gathering together, is to discuss what can we do. Por ello la razón de esta reunión, de este encuentro, es discutir qué vamos a hacer, qué podemos hacer, sobre todo en los países del Sur Global. We also need to consider certain warnings. For instance, the number of forest fires has increased enormously at planetary level, but also the death of human life has been increasing tremendously in terms of death of elderly people, disabled people, chronic patients, and also babies, just unborn babies who actually die as a consequence of extreme heat. But also, you know, there are other signals, there are other symptoms of this extreme heat. For instance, the number of animals that are dying is incredible, and we have found that there is one important component, the death of millions of bats through the world, in different planets of the world. Así que tenemos que prepararnos para esta realidad y entender de que están muriendo hoy muchísima gente, seres humanos, de los adultos mayores, de los enfermos crónicos, de los discapacitados, bebés sin nacer, puesto que sus madres pierden como consecuencia de la exposición al calor extremo sus embarazos. Y también tenemos que ver que estos impactos se dan con síntomas muy alarmantes. Por ejemplo, la muerte de millones de murciélagos en el mundo, en numerosas ciudades y también en las zonas rurales. Así que la idea de esta reunión es analizar qué nos deja esta realidad del impacto del calor extremo, cómo ven el papel de esta señal de la cantidad de muertes de murciélagos que ha habido en el mundo, en sus ciudades, sabiendo que el murciélago no tiene buena prensa en muchos aspectos, en muchas partes del mundo. So, the reason of this meeting, the objective to discuss this, to understand which is the role of this signal, the millions of bats that are actually dying in our cities, in our rural areas, and to try to understand what we should do in order to protect life. And therefore, this is the message. We, as human beings, we need to be allied with animals, and we need to be allied with vegetable population, but we also need to get allied with nature, with the actives of our nature in order to confront this extreme heat. Y por lo tanto, la idea de esta reunión es hablar en términos de alianza por la vida, alianzas entre especies por la vida, aliarnos con los animales, aliarnos con las poblaciones vegetales, aliarnos con las partes de la naturaleza para enfrentar el calor extremo. Así que este es el objetivo de esta reunión, ver si podemos trabajar como aliados por la vida. So this is the objective of this meeting, to know if we can work as human beings in this alliance with other species in order to confront the future. Así que muchas gracias. Thanks very much. I just invite people to speak up and to let us know about this situation. I will invite Mr. Raymond from Sierra Leone to invite and give us your opinion on what we have been talking so far. Raymond, the floor is yours. Raymond, te invito a hablar. Raymond de Sierra Leone, te invito a que hagas la presentación desde Sierra Leone, nos diga qué piensas tú de esto. Adelante, Raymond. Go ahead, Raymond.
Good afternoon to everyone again. I'm Raymond Ngegba from Sierra Leone, the country director.
Can you put your video, please? Can you put your video, Raymond?
Good. All right. The situation in Sierra Leone concerns this extreme heat is really, really disturbing both human and animal, right? I cannot say much because I have my veterinary officers from different districts, and I would like to call one of them who is an expert on this animal area by the name of Mr. Mansour Camara to say something.
Muchas gracias. I will put that in Spanish, Raymond. Raymond introduced himself. He's from Sierra Leone. He is our national director for Sierra Leone, working on extreme heat, and he says that really Sierra Leone is suffering extreme heat a lot, and he preferred the people from his country to speak, so he's inviting someone from Sierra Leone to speak. Go ahead, please, Raymond, introduce the colleague.
The person that I'm going to introduce here is the district officer for veterinary for the animal. Is nobody else, is Mr. Mansour Camara in the stage. Mr. Mansour, you are highly welcome, sir.
Y él presenta al señor Mansour Camara, que es el oficial encargado de animales en el distrito donde él vive, donde vive Raymond. Go ahead, Mansour. Go ahead, please. Raymond, he's not coming. Mohamed Kaba, please go ahead.
Good afternoon once more. This is very important and very important topic, and very, very important. As for me, this part of the country is very, very suffering from this extreme heat, especially carrying a district. They used to produce food here, rice, twice a year. But right now, as we can check, most of our perennial swamps are dried up. All of the swamps are dried up. Then if you check for the animals, the birds used to live in the cages, where the cage and the up roof and most of the roof right now are very hot. So the birds are flying all over. They are scattered. They have just lost their homes. So if there is any mechanism which will be introduced for the communities members and even the country as a whole, it will be very, very important. Some of our old age people are very suffering right now as I'm talking. Some of them are giving. We are going the extra mile to provide some mechanism which will provide some cooling system for them, which in time cause a lot of economical impact on their children and then their brothers and
recording in progress.
Mr. Mohamed Kaba, siendo funcionario de Sierra Leona para la situación de los animales, nos plantea que realmente es un problema muy grave. La temperatura extrema impacta el calor extremo sobre las poblaciones de animales, generando enormes problemas, muchas veces muerte, muchas veces la desorientación de estos animales, que realmente considera que es un problema gravísimo, pero también es un problema muy grave para las propias poblaciones humanas, que está comenzando a hablar de la experiencia, por ejemplo, de los adultos mayores. Go ahead, Mohamed.
Right now we are having some strange diseases which we are encountering, which was not ever found in this place because of the low immunity system of the animals. Normally we used to have some common diseases which have been, but now we have strange diseases because of the climate change. We have issues now with.
Dice que realmente, Mohamed, de que la situación de los animales ha cambiado enormemente, porque ahora con el calor extremo los animales adquieren numerosas enfermedades y la verdad que no estamos llegando a tiempo para muchas de estas problemáticas. Go ahead, Mohamed.
So if you check, most of the farmers they are now grumbling. They are looking for solutions how to to find ways to stop this season. But the issues there is we have issues with our people that are doing this timber logging. There's the key thing that is onboarding the farmers, and we are trying all our best to put things together so that we can sensitize the communities, and even we use some of the schools to sensitize the younger ones to pass the message to our parents that will help us to push the communication more high so that we can find ways to, like as we are saying before, in the future, it'll be more hotter than this time. As I'm telling you right now, we used to have rain by this time of the season, but we are not having rains. And people want to plant their crops, but there is no rain. How can you plant the crops? This is a big problem.
Bueno, dice Mohamed de que el tema de los animales y el calor extremo es un problema que ellos todavía no han podido trabajar adecuadamente, sobre todo por los impactos que esto tiene en la vida animal y tiene que ver también con la realidad de un proceso productivo que tiene lugar en Sierra Leona, que es que los seres humanos también necesitan plantar alimentos para su agricultura, su propio desarrollo, lo cual esto plantea que es un problema intersectorial. Mohamed, very interesting what you're telling us. We are continuing the debate, but I would like to invite another person from the meeting in order to illustrate us about this problem of, extreme heat and life. Lo voy a invitar a Sergio Lagos, desde Chile. Sergio, ¿qué opinas tú de esta realidad del calor extremo y la vida, y teniendo en cuenta también la vida de los animales, la vida de las poblaciones vegetales, la vida de los seres humanos, y en este caso, en el Día Internacional del Murciélago, la muerte de los murciélagos mismos por millones en el mundo?
Hola, hola. Bueno, primero que todo, buenos días a todos. Mira, respecto al tema de lo que es el calor extremo, yo estoy como bien enfocado en el tema de la discapacidad y lo que es el calor extremo y el efecto que causa a la gente. O sea, son los discapacitados más que todo. Sin embargo, también tenemos mucha problemática en el lado norte de Chile respecto a los animales, precisamente por el calor, por la falta de agua. Y es algo, bueno, este es un problema global, obviamente, y no hay una solución concreta que se pueda hacer, más que llevar fardos de alimento, algo de agua en camiones aljibes, pero es como bien básico el tema. Yo creo que aquí se debiese comenzar a pensar en el motivo, qué es lo que causa el calentamiento global o el calor extremo, y ver algunas, no sé, políticas, aparte del Acuerdo de París, políticas que realmente se lleven a cabo dentro de los países que son más industrializados, que son los que generan los gases de efecto invernadero y todo lo demás. Tenemos un ranking que es de los países que más producen estos gases, pero no sé si hay algo que pudiera meter presión ahí para que estos países puedan ir adecuando sus tecnologías y no generar tanto daño al planeta, digamos, para que no se genere este calor extremo.
Muchas gracias.
Acá no tenemos muchos murciélagos, nunca hemos tenido muchos, pero sí antes se veían, ahora ya no se ven. No se ven mucho acá, tampoco. Entonces,
muchas gracias.
No, eso.
Thanks very much, Sergio Lagos from Chile. He says that the problem of extreme heat is very serious. His experience is from disabled communities he's working with disabled communities in Chile, but he really have clear in mind that this is a big problem, that the solutions have not been concrete, and he sees how disabled communities are suffering extreme heat, but there are not many plans. In terms of the future, he believes also that there are not concrete solutions, and we need to think about a concrete solution, and he put forward the idea that really, this problem of global warming is caused by the level of development of certain very clear and centered countries, such as the very rich countries that really pollute the environment and they produce this global warming system. But regarding, you know, the Bat's experience, he said that he has not much experience on that. But in Chile, he used to be a large number to see. He used to see a large number of bats in Chile, but today bats are not being seen in any of the cities of Chile. So many thanks, Sergio, for your comments. But my question is, you believe in an alliance of humans, animals, and vegetable population for protecting life? ¿Tú crees, Sergio, en este concepto de la alianza entre especies, alianza de humanos, animales, vegetales para proteger el futuro?
Claro que sí, 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 o
Muy
sea,
bien.
obviamente aquí en este caso la primera responsabilidad está dentro de lo que son los humanos, que somos los que afectamos el ecosistema, digamos. Y debiésemos tener siempre en consideración a lo que son los animales, porque ellos en sí que no pueden tomar unas políticas para para no contaminar, digamos. Las vacas no pueden dejar de producir gases, por ejemplo, ¿ya? Pero nosotros debiésemos tener algún tipo de pensamiento para incluir a los animales y pensar en los animales para que no sufran este problema del calentamiento.
Many thanks, Sergio. I asked Sergio about he believes the alliance for life, alliance between humans and animals and nature, vegetables. He said, of course, he believes that is the only solution, but he feels that the main responsibility is on humans. We need to help animals in order to really confront this problem, because we cannot ask a cow, for instance, not to produce gases, but really we need to try to help them with our knowledge and experience in order to also protect the environment. Sí, por supuesto, yes, of course, I believe that the only solution is this type of alliance for life. I will invite then to Sheila from Uganda. Sheila from Uganda, what is your feeling about what we have been discussing? What is your view from Uganda? The floor is yours, Sheila. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Carlos, and all the other participants for your submission. But on the side of Uganda, what we are doing most is about advocacy and informing people about the extreme heat and its diverse effects. But we are concentrating so much on the causes, teaching people to know about the causes of extreme heat and other effects of global warming. On the 2nd of March, we had the Women Parliament, and it was presented on how to go about extreme heat and its diverse effects. A few weeks ago, the government of Uganda arrested a young man who was found dumping waste that is not disposable in the swamp. And when these swamps are destroyed, it's the effects that we get. So as the government of Uganda, we are putting into practice and, holding accountable whoever that is found dumping waste not in the right place. So far that is what we are doing, but more of publicity is needed in our community, which we are so much looking into. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, dear Sheila from Uganda. Sheila nos está diciendo de que claramente ella ve el problema también de...
You're not audible. You're not audible. There is...
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Raúl, ¿me oyen? ¿Me oyen? Hola, hola, hola.
Sí, te escuchan.
¿Se escucha?
Sí.
Sheila, can you hear me? Sheila dice que no se estaba escuchando. Raymond, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you, sir.
Okay, so it's a problem. Probably don't know why Sheila is not cannot hear us, but Sheila lo que plantea.
There's nothing coming from your side. I don't know whether you have noticed but there is nothing that is coming from your side.
But can you hear me now, Sheila?
Oh yes, now I can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Bueno, Sheila nos dice desde Uganda de que el problema de calor extremo también es un tema de muchísima seriedad y por sus impactos y que está claramente llegando a todos los sectores que yo había mencionado anteriormente. Ellos se han aproximado a la situación desde una perspectiva de información a la gente, el término advocacy, que es realmente empoderar a las personas para poder enfrentar el problema. Y bueno, esto es para ella un elemento central. La lucha contra el calor extremo se plantea en términos de empoderar a las personas. Así que many thanks for your presentation. Sheila, we come now to talk to Reverend Geoffrey Byamukama from Uganda. We are talking, dear brother Geoffrey, on this question of alliance for life, because we need to get allied with animals and vegetable populations, but also with nature in order to confront extreme heat. And particularly, this signal of the death of so many bats in the world really is pointed out that we need to act very fastly. Así que muchas gracias. Lo invito ahora al amigo, al hermano reverendo Geoffrey Byamukama desde Uganda. Le pregunto qué piensa él de esta alianza por la vida, en términos de que realmente nos tenemos que aliar humanos, animales y poblaciones vegetales y activos de la naturaleza para enfrentar el futuro y sobre todo teniendo en cuenta lo devastador de la señal de la muerte de murciélagos en el mundo. Go ahead, Geoffrey, the floor is yours.
Okay, this is Reverend Godfrey Byamukama from Uganda, and the regional director for Africa Extreme Heat Program. Thank you, Dr. Carlos, and all the people who have come to attend this meeting. I would like to commend the work that you are doing in the leadership of prevention of extreme heat in Uganda and Africa and the whole world. I beg that I shift from here. There is a lot of noise. I'm very sorry.
We can hear you very well, Reverend Geoffrey, without problem. Your voice coming clear and loud.
Okay. The Alliance for Life is very important, and it is very necessary, because when you talk about human life, you cannot leave out plant life and animal life. We exist because there is plant life, and also there are also animals. And so we must conserve both human life, animal life, and also plant life. But when we talk about the situation that is happening today in Uganda and Africa, we have some forests that used to be habitats for animals. But because there is too much heat, you find a place like Queen Elizabeth National Park, there is too much heat. As a result of that, there is also high level of death of animals in protected areas, and also domestic animals in our communities. Some animals have died, like cows. Cows are affected by too much heat in places like Kasese, in Kanungu, and also in the northern part of Uganda. When you go to the Maasai areas, Maasai Islands of Kenya, sometimes we experience too much heat as a result of prolonged drought, and we register a number of animals, both domestic animals and wild animals, dying. Go to the areas in Ghana, there is too much heat, and most of the animals in the communities and also those in the forest areas have found life difficult to survive. Go to the areas of Sudan, South Sudan. These are areas where we have manifested and escalated high levels of death of animals. So when we talk about the governments and other organizations making an alliance and a consortium in combating the problem of extreme heat, Carlos, you are very 100 right to engage us into this collaboration so that we can invite our communities, we can tell communities, we can tell governments, we can tell organizations and concerned people to come down, and we make an alliance and consortium so that we can forge a way out to see how animals can survive, because they have also rights to live. Animals are like human beings. We need life, all of us together, so that we can support each other. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for this presentation. And I also want to welcome people from Sierra Leone and other people whom I have invited to be part of this meeting, because it is going to cause a tremendous change.
Many thanks, our dear brother Reverend Godfrey Bemukama from Uganda. Very clear and loud works, that you support the Alliance for Life, because it's the only solution. We have to protect our life as human, but also our descendants, our future sons and daughters, and that we need to really be very smart and very rapid in order to start working on this. Many thanks for your work. Le doy ahora la palabra al amigo Raúl Rojas de Argentina. Raúl, gerente de Radio Clima, ¿nos puedes decir qué piensas tú de la Alianza por la Vida, teniendo en cuenta esta realidad de la muerte de millones de murciélagos en el mundo como una señal de alerta? ¿Estás tú a favor de ella, de esta Alianza por la Vida? Adelante. I invite Raúl Rojas to tell us about his view from Argentina on this concept of alliance for life, alliance between animals, humans, and vegetable populations and nature. Go ahead, please, Raúl. Adelante, Raúl. Thanks very much, Raúl. Raúl says from Buenos Aires, Argentina, he's much in favor of this alliance for the vida, for life. He says that it's a very important strategy in order to protect the future in the planet. And really, he is glad and honored that we discuss this in the life of the bats in the world, because today is the International Day for Bats. And he believes that really this action it is central in order to have a strategy to look after the planet and life. Many thanks, Raúl, for your contribution. I would like then to invite another person who would like to take the floor. Mercy Jelagat, can you introduce yourself, please, and tell us what you think about the Alliance for the Life strategy, the alliance of animals, vegetables and humans, and nature for the future. Go ahead, Mercy, we hear you. The floor is yours. Mercy, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. It's Manso and Mensi from Sierra Leone.
Okay. Yes, Sierra Leone.
All right. Is Manso Kamara, who is the district health officer for Ventari. So, Mr. Manso, welcome, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, colleague. Good afternoon, all. As we are talking, as my colleague rightly say, in Sierra Leone, we are facing so many challenges concerning the extreme heat. As we are talking, we have some areas, the thick forests around the Bafodia and the likes of Diang. These are chiefdoms where we are operating. We have so many chiefdoms, Kasonko, where there is a thick forest, where birds stay for quite a long time. They are not going anywhere, but for now, before this time, we have some NGOs which is coming here to collect samples from birds. We went there, collect some samples, but as I'm talking now, presently, we went there the last time, we did not meet bats. Most of them died because of the extreme heat. So this extreme heat is caused by massive deforestation. And animals are dying because of the extreme heat. There is no water source. Even human beings, we are facing so many challenges. When the dry came, you will not see where water stays. During the dry and rainy season, for now, there is no water. The wells in the town, no water. So we are facing so many challenges with this extreme heat. So it is not easy for us in Sierra Leone, particularly in Koinadugu district, Falaba district, we are the breadwinner for Sierra Leone in terms of livestock. So whatever livestock activity we are having in Sierra Leone, we are going to champion it. But for now, we are facing so many challenges with extreme heat because of most of the animals, the cows, the small ruminants, which is goat and sheep, are dying massively. Dr. Carlos.
Many thanks, Mansour from Sierra Leone. Very clear statement. Mansour is telling us that really the situation in Sierra Leone is exactly as we are describing, with many much of the life affected, including humans, but also vegetables, and also human communities, and that he believes that this is a responsibility from us, from human beings, in order to do something about the situation. And he's much in favor of, for the good of Sierra Leone, to start this work together in order to protect future. Many thanks, Mansour from Sierra Leone. No decía, perdón, me hablé en inglés, le está diciendo que el amigo Mansour decía de que realmente la situación en Sierra Leone es tal cual la estamos describiendo, que estamos viviendo momentos muy difíciles en términos de vida animal, vegetal y humana, y con escasez de planes, con escasez de respuesta, y él cree de que claramente esta es una respuesta afirmativa de los seres humanos. I would like then to call on Innocent iPhone. I don't know who is Innocent, but it would be good if he introduced himself. But I just want to alert you that next Monday, April the 21st, we will have a very large meeting. Please, Raymond, take care. Please, brother Godfrey, listen this carefully. Next Monday at 4 o'clock Ugandan time, at 2 o'clock Sierra Leone time, we will have a very large meeting because it's the International Day of Mother Earth. This is the place, this is the day in which we are going to present publicly and globally Allies for Life. And I would like, of course, Raymond and Geoffrey, you be central part of this meeting, as we have people from Asia, people from Europe, people from Latin America, the Caribbean, and also from the small island development countries. So please bear in mind that we have this meeting next Monday. Please help us to call on people. We have a Zoom exactly at this time, 4 o'clock Ugandan time, 2 o'clock Sierra Leone time. That would be 11 Argentinian time, 9 o'clock Ecuador time in Latin America. So please let us help to bring people to this meeting. They should be registered with info@nosotros los pueblos. Please, Raymond, please, Geoffrey, help us that the people should register, so we have a big assembly, a big citizens assembly, a big human assembly calling for these Allies for Life in front of extreme heat. Innocent's phone, go ahead, please. We hear you, we listen to you. The floor is yours. Innocent.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the invitation. I am Innocent Kuzeimana. I'm a veterinary doctor. I had, these initiatives of talking about, issues concerning the world and also extreme heat that is affecting communities, both plants, humans, and animals. Previously, since 2018 in Rwanda, I'm based in Rwanda, by the way, we started, a bat project where we were trying to understand the importance of bats, but also trying to know the challenges they are facing. And I was leading the project. And when you look at the findings we have, come up with, habitats have been being lost, due to mainly search for firewood. And of course, every time habitats get lost, these creatures, bats, they end up coming closer to human and also losing life. But also, when you look at that evolutionally, there is some changes, and then this does not only bring about potential for maybe zoonotic diseases. Maybe it might not be something, but zoonotic diseases are diseases that come from animals to humans, or maybe the humans can take to animals. So this calls us as people. In my background, you see, a nursery bed for trees. For us, that's part of also the research we carried out was to identify which species they feed on and which species can we encourage the government to plant. So it's not only planting trees for us humans, but also how do we restore the habitats that have been losing due to the increasing population of humans across the globe. So everywhere I go to, I always tell these people, I encourage people to plant trees, start a small nursery, at least aim at planting as many trees as you can. Because when you're planting trees, it's not only for you, it's also for the habitats of animals, because we coexist and we are interconnected. So this way, we kind of I encourage people to plant diminish or maybe contribute to at least a reduction on extreme heat, but also because creating micro habitats for other habitats of this planet Earth. Animals and other creatures. So thank you so much for the initiative. Let's spread the word and let's get more involved. Thank you.
Many thanks, my dear friend, can you please send by the chat your email address, because we don't have it, and I would like you to repeat your name so we and country you're coming from, please. Can you repeat your name and country you're coming from? Hello, Innocent. Can you tell us your name, please? You just spoke now. Can you tell us your name and the country you're coming from?
I am Innocent Twizeimana. I'm a veterinary doctor. I am from Rwanda. Rwanda.
Perfect.
Yeah, Rwanda is East African country, just a little bit below Uganda.
Perfect. Many thanks, Innocence, for your presentation. I will put that in Spanish. Please do write to us. Our email is info@nosotroslospueblos.org. We would like to be in touch with you. Innocent es un médico veterinario que trabaja en Ruanda y que trabaja específicamente con murciélagos ya hace mucho tiempo, y que él tiene una visión muy interesante que por supuesto incorpora este concepto de aliados por la vida, y plantea la necesidad de que realmente esta especie animal, que realmente está siendo muy asediada por el calor extremo, tenga algún respiro en su situación actual. Y fundamentalmente esto pasaría, y sería muy bueno que esta alianza por la vida lo establece, que no solamente cuando los seres humanos intentamos, por ejemplo, reparar la naturaleza en términos de árboles, pensemos en los árboles que solamente le interesan a los seres humanos, porque tenemos que pensar en los árboles que le interesan también a los murciélagos, porque realmente cuando nosotros estamos recuperando justamente a través de esta alianza por la vida, debemos pensar en el conjunto de la vida, no solamente en la vida humana. I will give the word to Reverend Godfrey, but before I'd like to invite June Bartwin. June Bartwin, can you tell us your view on Allies for Life, this Alliance for Life, very briefly, please, because we are now closing. We need to close the meeting. It's been very good to meet all of you. June, we hear you. The floor is yours. Go ahead, June.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carlos. And I'm very happy to attend this, I call it global conference, because for me, I've never been in these big spaces whereby they speak about the extreme heat we are facing as indigenous people.
June, can you put your image? We cannot see you. Can you put your video? June, we can see you now. We cannot, you.
Yeah.
Good, excellent. Now,
okay.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from Endorais community, and it's an indigenous community based in Kenya. This is a community facing a lot of extreme heat because of the 2 lakes that is surrounding us, and it is rising up, displacing us indigenous peoples here in Kenya. We have faced a lot here in Kenya. One, we've lost our ancestral land because of the displacement of the rising water volumes. Secondly, the grazing land, because of the dry spells here in Kenya, in our communities, it is really making us lose the grazing lands, and our animals have died. Our culture is getting extinct. The Endorais is getting extinct because the people have moved to urban areas just because of the extreme heat that we are facing here in the community. The animals have died. We are the pastoralists, and our animals, we've lost our indigenous animals, the cows that we love it so dearly here in Endorais community. We've lost most of them, and animals are our source of livelihoods here in Kenya. that is the impacts of the extreme heat we are facing. The catchment areas are getting dry, making us not get a long distance to get some water. And this space is a very unique space for us to express our vulnerabilities here in Africa, here in Kenya, which I see it's something unique for us because we are the real people being impacted by the negative impacts of climate change. And in that short note, I'm really thankful to Dr. Carlos for bringing me on board to bring the perspective of indigenous women and youth on how the extreme heat is affecting us. And thank you so much.
Many thanks, June. On contrary, it's an honor to have you in our meeting, and really, I'm glad that you really were able to express your views from Kenya. Voy a decir brevemente, antes de dar la palabra to Reverend Godfrey, I will tell briefly in Spanish what June has told us, and then I give the word to Reverend Godfrey. Bueno, June nos ha dicho desde Kenia realmente la realidad de cuál es el daño que está causando el calor extremo en sus poblaciones, no solamente las poblaciones humanas, pero también las poblaciones de animales y vegetales. Y realmente ella necesita ser parte de esta alianza por la vida, aliado por la vida, porque es la forma, la estrategia que debemos encontrar los seres humanos para resolver los problemas. Y por supuesto ella está muy, muy encantada de trabajar con nosotros y de la que la hemos invitado a participar en esta reunión. So we are going to be ending in exactly 12 minutes. Vamos a terminar la reunión en 12 minutos. Les digo a los que hablan español de que el próximo lunes 21 de abril, Día Internacional de la Madre Tierra, tenemos que tener una reunión masiva. Debemos invitar a todos los sectores del mundo, de América del Sur, Caribe, Asia, África, Europa, Norteamérica, para participar en una gran reunión en la que vamos a presentar la Alianza de Aliados por la Vida. Recuérdense, va a ser a las 11 horas de Argentina, 9 horas de Ecuador, 12 horas de Brasil, 4 de la tarde de España. Es muy importante esta reunión del próximo lunes para que participemos. Como siempre, Radio Clima Internacional está presente. So I'm just telling the people in Spanish that we should remember the next Monday meeting. Mr. Brother Godfrey, I remind you that we have this meeting next Monday. This meeting will be broadcast by Radio Clima Internacional, and we need to have a large meeting in which we will be introducing our alliance, Allies for Life, and you'll be one of the spokesperson at the meeting. Godfrey asked also Raymond from Sierra Leone and Raúl Rojas from Argentina. And of course, we have also June, as women need to be present in our activities. So your 2 minutes, Godfrey, Brother Godfrey, in order to close the meeting, because we need to close in no more than 8 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much, our managing director for extreme heat. My comment is just one to request people who have attended this meeting to make sure that you work very hard, especially those from Africa. I have seen Jen from Kenya. Innocent, thank you so much for joining us. I have been sending you invitations, but it is now that you have been able to join us. Innocent from Rwanda. We expected people from Burundi, from Ghana, from Tanzania and other countries. But now that you have joined this meeting today, I want to appeal to each one of us that we should work extremely hard so that we can produce some results, that in a few years to come, we have active organizations in Africa on the ground so that we can deal with the challenge of extreme heat and the dangers of extreme heat at the lower level communities, because the action that we take will cause a tremendous change and impact on human life, preservation, animal life, and also plant life. So let us work very hard and work together and bring out ideas that can combat the challenges that we are facing today when other people are silent and quiet, so that we can be the pioneers to bring total transformation and preservation of life, both animal, plant, and human life. Thank you, Dr. Carlos, for engineering this program, because we have high hopes in you, because we are seeing the future of human life and plant and animal. Thank you so much.
Many, many thanks, my dear brother, Reverend Godfrey Baimukama from Uganda. Thanks for your works and really your permanent commitment to our work. Bueno, el reverendo Godfrey nos dice de Uganda la importancia de trabajar en este tema como aliados por la vida y sobre todo en términos de que los tiempos van en contra nuestro y que a pesar del silencio que hay en gran parte de la humanidad en estos momentos tan críticos de negacionismo, debemos trabajar con mayor compromiso, con mayor firmeza. Godfrey nos está diciendo de que tenemos que avanzar en reunir toda la mayor cantidad de ciudadanos en el mundo que quiera trabajar por este futuro y por supuesto también me plantea a mí la responsabilidad de dirigir este proceso, para lo cual lo agradezco. Así que many thanks to you, dear brother Godfrey. Debo agradecer también la presencia en nuestra reunión, aunque no ha podido hablar, de la profesora María Rosa Marcilla, que es la presidenta de la Alianza Clima, Vida y Salud Argentina, que está muy ocupada, no puede participar en la reunión, pero nos está escuchando y por supuesto está muy bien enterada. Voy a invitar, I will now to invite, just to close the meeting, to Mr. Raymond from Sierra Leone. Raymond, your works very, very synthetic in a very executive way. A couple of minutes to know what you think about the meeting and if you are prepared to really support this Alliance for Life and the calling on for the International Mother Days meeting next Monday. Go ahead, Raymond.
Oh my God. I really want to appreciate all of us that have been joining this meeting, especially from different countries. And I'm ready to work with you, Dr. Carlos, and Reverend Godfrey, as I represent Sierra Leone with my people. We are going to organize it, I and Mr. Manzo and others, Mr. Kaba, for the oncoming meeting on Monday, that you are going to expect few people who are going to take part for this particular meeting on Monday.
Many thanks, Raymond. Raymond from, sorry?
Although things are very hard in terms of the extreme heat, and it's seriously disturbing both animals and human beings, and even the breastfeeding mothers and some of these workers from the interiors. So the situation of Sierra Leone is very, very serious. That's why at anytime you call meeting on extreme heat, people are ready to take part because they want to see how we can tackle this situation in Sierra Leone through Dr. Carlos Aoda. Thank you.
Many thanks to you, the Raymond, Director National for Sierra Leone of the Months of Action on Extreme Heat, the Global South Initiative. I just give the floor for 1 minute to know if she is prepared to help us to June from Kenya. Go ahead, please. Just 1 minute. The floor is yours just to hear your support. Go ahead, June.
Not to be easy for talking.
Okay, I think that she has left. Well, but just for closing the meeting, I invite Mr. Raúl Rojas from Argentina to close the meeting, and you are supporting Allies for Health and the meeting for next Monday. Bueno, Raúl, te doy el piso a ti para que hables 1 minuto para cerrar la reunión. Raúl Rojas desde Buenos Aires, y si estás de acuerdo con la Alianza por la Vida y trabajar para el próximo lunes la reunión internacional del Día de la Madre Tierra. Adelante, Raúl. Ok. Muchísimas gracias, querido amigo Raúl. Many thanks, dear Raúl from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Los saludos de la presidenta de la Alianza Académica de Salud Argentina, profesora Marcilla, y los míos, desde Alianza Académica de Salud Internacional. Les agradezco a todos. Esto está en YouTube. This is the one that you want to follow is in YouTube on Radio Clima Internacional. You can follow the meetings that we organize globally in YouTube, and everyone can check up the discussion and the debate. So many thanks. We meet together again next Monday at the already established time. Many thanks for your participation. We go ahead with Allies for Life. Many thanks. Congratulations, my dear brothers and sisters from the world. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. God bless you as
Thank
we meet again.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.